What's up, folks? Welcome back to the Cultural Crossroad, the podcast where we dive into the vibrant stories of those living between cultures. I'm your host, Kenny, and today we're weaving through the stories of Lillian, a Chinese Cambodian whose roots stretch back to the Hakka people, and whose life journey has brought her to Montreal. Hi, Lillian, ready to unravel your journey?
Hi, Kenny. Absolutely. I'm so happy to be here.
And we're happy to have you. Let's start from the beginning. So your ancestors were Hakka people who migrated to Cambodia. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's a story of resilience, really. You see, my great-grandparents, they had to leave their home carrying that strong Hakka spirit. Then they ended up in Cambodia. And I find it amazing how they managed to fit in there while keeping our traditions alive, they just remind me of dandelions. Wherever they land, they just start anew and thrived.
Ooh, dandelions. I like how you put it. And growing up, you were immersed in both Mandarin and Khmer. How did that come about?
Oh, it was totally out of necessity. And, well, my mom, she was pretty insistent about it too. Like, she got me into a Chinese school when I was just a kid. Imagine this. A little girl, one hand playing with abacus beads, and the other holding lotus flowers. That was me, like, right there in the middle of it all. It was like living in two worlds at the same time.
And when did Montreal come into the pictures?
It was mainly for education. My little brother and I, like, we needed better access to schooling, and Montreal, it seemed like seems like a good opportunity to do it. And my mom, she also entered a new chapter in her life by remarrying. So my stepfather, he became our sponsor for the move. He basically settled in Canada during the Khmer Rouge period, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he settled as a refugee. And Kenny, let me tell you, not speaking French was something.
I can only imagine. And how did your Chinese-Cambodian values play into this new life?
Oh, it was like night and day. So back home,
Yeah?
we would never address someone by their first name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we would either address them by auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, uncle. Oh, sorry, I said that. Brother, sister, and so on.
Yeah,
We don't address them by their first name unless we're super close to them and they're like our friends, right? So when I first moved here, we have this amazing neighbor, and her name is Diane. And I remember I called her Auntie Diane, and she was shocked. Like, she looked flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it took me like 2 whole years just to adjust and finally call her Diane. Even now, sometimes I have problem doing that.
Wow, that's quite a cultural shift. And what about school? Do you have any tension there?
Definitely, in Cambodia, you have 2 goals. You work, you start a family. That's it. My mom, bless her, she didn't finish high school until she was like 38. Until she was like 38 right here in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was super proud of her. I went to a graduation ceremony and everything. But yeah, it just really highlighted how different our paths were.
Oh, wow. That's incredibly moving. Now, about your identity. How do you see yourself?
It's complicated. I used to want to blend in, to be white Canadian. I got bullied it wasn't that bad. Okay? I got bullied when I first came here. And, with the whole Ching Chong mockery thing. But as I grew up, Asian culture, it became, like, not too bad. Because of the rise of K-pop, anime, and all that. So now I'm like a cultural ambassador to my boyfriend's family. So they're third-gen Cambodian Canadians, and they're pretty... I wouldn't want to say whitewash.
Westernized?
Yeah, westernized.
It sounds like you've really found your footing. What about your daily life? Is there any tradition that you keep?
Oh, absolutely. So we still celebrate festivals like Khmer New Year, Chinese New Year, and Pchumban.
Wait, what? Pchumban? What's that?
Okay, so Pchumban. Pchum, it means to gather together. And Ban, it means a bowl of food. So it's basically this grand celebration that lasts for a full 15 days. And yeah, we honor our ancestors.
Okay, interesting.
And yeah, also Christmas. When I first came here, I loved, like, I was really looking forward to Christmas and Halloween, and I had to beg my mom really hard to get a Christmas tree. And when we finally got it and we set it up, I was super happy. Like, I really felt like, you know, like I was truly part of the Canadian fabric.
Yeah.
And then we exchanged gifts under those twinkling lights, super cute. It's like pure magic, you know. I absolutely adore Christmas.
That's a beautiful blend. And in your interaction, have you ever faced any challenges?
You wouldn't believe. Okay, so my mom, even today, okay, she has a very strong, like a prominent Asian accent whenever she speaks French. So whenever she's at work and she speaks French, her customers would always point out how cute it is. Always talk about how cute her French is, which look-y feel patronizing. And I've had my share of people like not taking me seriously. Okay, one time I remember when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I don't remember the context, but I remember I was really mad at this boy in my class, and I was like, you know, like I guess yelling at him, scolding him and stuff. And you know, I was speaking in French, obviously, because it was a French high school. And I remember he just went, "Arrête de parler en chinois."
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what it means, like stop speaking Chinese. And I was super annoyed, considering I wasn't even speaking Chinese. But yeah, whatever.
Oh wow, that's frustrating. How do you navigate these moments now?
Well, with a lot of patience and some humor, I've learned to educate rather than get angry. You know, it's about opening up dialogues, sharing stories like this, and just finding common ground.
Yeah, I totally agree. And finally, how do you feel about living between these cultures?
I would describe it like a roller coaster. Like pride, confusion, frustration, joy, all that. And but now, like, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. It made me who I am, and I'm proud of that.
Dylan, your story is not just super inspiring, it's also really fun to hear. Thank you for sharing it with us.
And thank you for having me, Kenny. It's been a blast. It's like a walk down memory lane.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Cultural Crossroad. Join us next time as we explore another incredible journey between worlds. Until then, stay curious, folks.